Ash, aka I'm Elgin,
And this is Mari Tahadi.
and you guys are listening to Debate Wars. Hey, trying to copy off of me, but how you doing today?
Good, and you?
Hey, I'm hyped. We want you guys to chime in, leave your comments underneath this video, and please share your thoughts with us. So I'm Team Us. So everybody that agree with Kris Ka, you Team Us, okay? And
hashtag Team Us.
Hashtag Team Us. Make sure you hashtag it.
I am Team Me. So anybody that agrees with me, make sure you hashtag that thing so I can see you. Hashtag this me. Because, come on now, at the end of the day, when you die, it's me, myself, and I. So I'm Team Me.
Me, myself, and I. But even when you say me, myself, and I, it ain't just I. It's still two other people. But
yeah.
Nah, but no doubt. Okay, so we got team us versus team me. And again, Mighty Tahadi is team me, and your boy Kris Ka is team us. Okay, remember, put the hashtag underneath this video on who you riding with, who you agree with, and share your thoughts. We love to hear your opinion on this. This is a round table debate, round table discussion. All right, the whole point for us to learn and use this podcast as a study guide.
All right, guys. So team me. So here's the thing with me is I feel like you shouldn't sacrifice your independency just because you get in a relationship. I believe that it should be a mutual agreement to mutually disagree in many things. And I think just because you get in a relationship doesn't mean that you have to give yourself up. I think that you shouldn't lose yourself just because you are married or with a mate. I feel like your independency is all you have, and if you start losing that, then you start losing yourself. That's where I stand with that.
Well, no doubt. No, and if you agree with Mari Tahadi, you go ahead and hashtag Team Me. Let her know that you support her. I with some of your statement, I definitely agree with you. It ain't that I'm 110% against your views of what but I do feel, I'm Team Us because I'm all about unity and I'm all about teamwork. I feel like when you not with someone, you live in a single life. That's all the time in the world for you to do your thing. All right. You can walk around. You can shoot your own horn. You can sing. You can do whatever you want because it's you. But once you get into a relationship or join a team, it's not about you anymore. It's about the basketball team. It's about your skill becomes secondary. It's now you gotta offer things that will make the team strength and stronger. And that's the same thing. My outlook on a relationship. When you get in a relationship with somebody, you have to. That's why it's called sacrifice. You have to sacrifice some things and put a lot of what you would do or how you would 100% think and put that to the side for the betterment of the relationship of the team. And both should do it, not just the wife or the girlfriend, the husband and the boyfriend or whatever the case may be. This 2017, 18, I'm sorry, 2018, you got to be clear. Wherever genre you're in, wherever thing that shoots your boats, whatever you into, okay? I don't want to give no gunshots. You got a boy and girl, hey, whatever you into. But I just feel like, when you be a part in a relationship, you have to put yourself to the side and come together as one.
And I agree. I'm not going to say I totally disagree with your point of view because obviously you get in a relationship to be in a relationship, to build together. And let me clear it up. When I say team me, I don't say, hey, let me just go to the club. I'm going to do whatever I want. No, I'm referring more towards self growth. I feel like even though you're in a relationship, you still need that independency. You still need that free time to yourself to grow, because I feel like when you grow individually, then you can help the relationship more.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah, I left you speechless, didn't I?
Well. No. I had a hairball in my throat. I was going. No. Great point. Great point. Again, I do feel, Marty, too, how did that, Marty, uh, that it is a time in a relationship, or it is a time when you should be independent. You should. It should. Your independence is important. Times you should be able to do things on your own. Think on your own. Have your own decisions. No, I definitely agree with that. But the problem becomes, when is the right time to where you say, okay, I'm independent right now, or this is for the betterment of us as a couple. When is the right time do you use your independent card? What makes a strong team, if everybody on that team is independent down. So
Right.
if everybody on this team can hold their own by themselves and independent, to me, that's what makes, when everybody come together, makes that team that much more impeccable.
Yeah.
And the same thing with relationship. If you able to hold your own independent, where I'm not all by you and telling you what to do and how to think, and the same with me, then when we come together as a marriage we do have, it should make our marriage that much more stronger and unbreakable.
Right. Yeah, and yeah, that's a good point.
Who agree with your boy team? Agree with your boy Cass? Let me know. Go ahead, hashtag. You already know, Team Us. Let me know you with your boy Cass.
Well, team me, here we go again. See, I feel like when you're in a relationship, you shouldn't feel like you're gonna go ask your daddy for permission to do anything. I feel like if you want to go out of town tomorrow, you should go out of town tomorrow. Obviously, discuss it, and mutually agree to disagree, but I feel like you shouldn't, yes, sacrifice yourself, but don't sacrifice yourself too much where you lose yourself. And that's where I'm coming from. I've seen people that um, don't like they'll serve their spouse food, like they'll wait for them to get home from work and get up from their sleep and fix their food, whereas I'm like, hey, he has 2 hands and 2 feet. I'm gonna fix his food and put it in the microwave and he can fix it himself. Be self-sufficient. And I think you grow more because you don't depend on that person so much to make you happy. If you depend on that person to make you happy, or or to support you or anything, you're always going to be disappointed because you're looking at somebody else to fill that void that you have to fill within yourself. So team me, hashtag that thing right now.
Okay. It goes back to the question on when is the right time.
I don't think there's a time limit or a time frame. I think it just comes and goes. Like, let's say tomorrow, my friend comes with an extra ticket to go to Hawaii. Is that a right time for me? Yeah, of course it's the right time. It may not be for you, but for me it is, and I think we should sacrifice and let that person go. What I'm saying is, I don't think there's, like, you don't say, okay, your independency should be while we're together for the first 3 years, and then you shall do what I say. No, I don't think there's a time frame or a specific time where they should say, okay, you're independent, do what you do, and then we have to grow together. I think it all goes hand in hand. You grow together, but you have to grow individually first. You have to love yourself first in order to grow together, I believe. And yes, of course, you should try to do that before you get in a relationship, but many people don't. And that's where I'm coming in at, that if you didn't have that time to grow while you're single, then you still have that time to grow while in a relationship.
Miss Hottie, is it self-efficiency or is it selfish efficiency? How you pronounce it? Is it selfish? You know what I'm
It's
saying?
self-sufficient.
Oh,
It's
okay.
not
Oh,
selfish.
I thought it was selfish. You in a relationship to grow together. You're not in a relationship to grow apart. If you are in a relationship to just mature you and water your flower only, then that's the single life. But when you in there and you get in a relationship, then it gets serious to engagement, then marriage, then children involved. It's levels to it. Now you got to put and most in society, what happens is when they go that way to marriage and kids, most society goes to, well, I'm gonna do everything for my kids,
Right.
and then it might go to me. You know what I'm saying? Yourself.
Yes.
And your spouse might be left out of it.
Oh, yeah.
Your mate. You know what I mean? But in hindsight, at least if you're religious or the Bible, it's supposed to be what? The man, the husband, and vice versa, you, the wife, and then the children.
Yeah.
But I think society kind of taints everything. But I'm saying that to say this is, like you say, if somebody bought you a Hawaii ticket to go to Hawaii tomorrow, ain't nothing wrong with the person buying you a ticket. Matter of fact, kudos to them, salute to them. It's not about them. It's about you. Did you talk it over with your mate, with your boyfriend, with your husband, with your wife, with your girlfriend? Did you talk it over? Did you ahead of time sort of 100% mention to them that you want to go to Hawaii, or look, cool, like there's a lot of snow on the ground out here. There's no snow. It's no snow in Hawaii.
You should be able to take the clues because we females, we throw clues and we expect you to come on, get with the program here.
You're right. Females do throw clues and hints, but then that's why us men is known to be dumb as bricks because we ain't as advanced. You can't deny it. It starts with self.
Right.
So I do agree. Like I said, remember I said there's things I do agree with you on. I do agree with you a lot of things you're saying, but let's not take it overboard. Like the Hawaii ticket. Would you discuss it with your mate beforehand, or you got it?
Yeah.
You got it today, and you coming home and impressing your spouse. Hey, I want to go to Hawaii in 2 days.
That's the thing. If you knew ahead of time, I would expect you to obviously discuss it with your mate, and come up with what the pros and cons. But let's say you didn't know and this person surprises you today and the ticket is to go tomorrow. I mean, you didn't have time to plan it, but should you sacrifice yourself because your mate is not confident in you, or confident in himself or herself to let you go? You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like you should feel like you're going to go as daddy or mommy for permission again, I'll say it, in order to go to a place, man, when you're 25, 34 years old. You shouldn't feel like you have to, quote unquote, ask. You should feel like you could share happily that, hey, this person bought me a ticket. I'm going. I'm sorry. I'm packing my bags right now.
And again, everybody support your boy Kris Ka. You already know hashtag Team Us. Okay. To me, I still hear a lot of me and how the selfishness in that, because if someone just give you a ticket the day of and say, "Oh, I want you to go to Hawaii," maybe your spouse or your mate get offers all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe they take you in consideration when not making a choice. Not saying that it's the
but
mate.
Did you take her to Hawaii? That's the question.
No. Oh, yeah. Well, I answer that. The thing is, so it's like maybe this person might have consideration for you, and you get a ticket, and you just jump and go. That might make the other person feel like, wait a minute, maybe we not on the same level we thought. I thought you would care for me and discuss it, or because I know I had an opportunity and I didn't do it, and you may feel, even though you may feel like this is the opportunity of a lifetime, and you might not doing it for selfish reasons, but it could still come across and cause problems in your relationship. So my whole thing is, I just feel like it should be everything should be discussed.
Disgusted? Yeah, everything sometimes are disgusted.
Everything should be discussed, among the two. And to me, they say problem because you get to, bag out the feelings, the reasons why you want to go. Well, baby, I want you to stay to this, and but baby, I never get to do this. And when you know where each others come from, most of the times, of course, sometimes still can't see eye to eye, but most of the time you're able to deal with it a little better. Insecurities won't come up, jealousy. I mean, let's keep it real. All that come up, but a lot of that comes up for the sake of misunderstanding.
Yeah.
It's truly that.
Misunderstanding and a lot of not having confidence in your spouse or your mate, I think, too.
Yeah, and I agree. But with confidence, first must come understanding. You must understand who you are, your family tree, where you come from, to be confident and be able to tell others, hey, you should be glad you black. You should be glad you Latino. So it all starts with understanding about it. But again, you made another point. When is the right time for your mate to get away? To get some time. Because I do feel that it is times where again, my whole thing is not that a mate don't deserve time by themselves or trips by themselves. Just make sure that your mate is in the loop with everything. Right. Because sometimes they could start feeling you spending time with them and then give a damn about me.
Right. And
it could be like that,
My point is, not everything in this world is planned, For example, an opportunity may come where you have to go tomorrow and you discuss it, but you don't mutually agree. Then what? Do you go? Do you not go?
That's a great
one. Not everything can be planned, and that's where I'm coming from, that if I want to go, I should be able to go and don't be called selfish, because, I don't want to lose my dependency again. We should be able to agree again to disagree, but at the end of the day, if we can plan ahead, if this thing isn't planned ahead, then I think you should still go. Like, for example, there's a lot of females that stop wearing certain clothes because their spouse doesn't like it. Now, I have a real problem with that because you're losing yourself. Like, yes, you get in a relationship to build together, but you're not getting in a relationship to have a mommy and daddy to tell you what to do. If you still want to wear that dress, wear that dress. Now, respect has to be there. You don't want to wear a dress where you see your underwear and all that, of course. But if you want to wear the dress, wear the freaking dress.
Yeah.
That's where I stand.
No, definitely. And if you agree with Madi Tuhadi, make sure you go ahead, hashtag Team Me. And if you following along and you agree with your boy Kris Ka, you already know what to do. Hashtag Team Us. This is Debate Wars, where we tackle the hottest topics, most sensitive topics that affect us as a community and world. I'm your boy Kris Ka, aka I'm Elgin.
And this is Madi Tuhadi.
And this again, you are listening to Debate Wars. When the two of you guys cannot come to an even agreement.
Who wins? That's the question.
And
that's where independency comes in.
I disagree. I disagree totally. I don't think that's where independence come in. To me, that's when us come in. That's when Team Us. That's when communication. That's when understanding, unity comes in at. Because again, if I say one spouse gets approached all the time and don't do it off of some reasons of respect for the mate, not all the time, but some of it, but the mate get an offer. Not saying the mate is wrong, because you didn't tell the mate to not take something. But I'm not saying all the time.
So you shouldn't pay the price because the mate decided not to take those chances, but you are deciding to take those chances.
But I think you gotta stop looking at it as being a victim, or I think you gotta stop looking at it, because I hear you say a couple of times, you said you're using, I'm not your daddy, I'm not your mom. So one thing that let me know is this is really To your core, this is something you're passionate
I am
about.
very passionate about this because let me give you a little history. I grew up, my mom, if you know about Hispanic moms, they're very, they take care of their husbands really well. And so my mom did, and she took care of him like he was God Almighty. And you know what? I never understood it because it's like my dad has 2 feet and my dad has 2 arms just like my mom. If he's hungry, why should my mom get up from her comfortability watching TV and go fix him food when he can simply do it? So I grew up in a Hispanic home where my mom took care of my dad, and you would think that I would take after her and do it too. Which don't get me wrong, as Cassie, I do take care of him, but I mean it's a mutual. I think it's half and half. You clean, I cook, you wash the dishes. It's half and half. Just because I'm a female doesn't mean I have to get out from my comfortability, go cook you something because you're hungry and I already ate. You know what I'm saying? I shouldn't have to get up because the male is hungry and the female, just because I have different parts between my legs, I should get up and, I never understood it. So I grew up looking at my mom and my dad like, well, why should she take care of him? Like, yes, he's providing, but she's working too, so why can't they both do it? So I grew up seeing that, and I'm very passionate about it because I would always tell my mom, well, why let him do it? Let my dad do it. And she didn't understand it. So I vowed to myself, and I'm sorry, Cash, but I vowed to myself that I would not be like my mom in that sense because I don't like that. I feel like she gave a lot of her to him, and at the end of the day, what, you're lost. Like you didn't pursue yourself because you were so busy taking care of that male. I don't think it should be like that.
Team me. If you feel mighty too hotty, please hashtag team me. Okay, now this your boy Cass finna break it down to you. Now, I do hear you. Now, I grew up in a household where my mother took care of my father, and my mother served my father food, and which I think, ladies, don't kill me. That's what part of y'all who y'all are. I mean, you serve food and laundry and stuff like that. But
No,
I don't believe you're a slave, and it's more things to you guys. I'm just saying, but that still is part of your makeup.
That's who? Society.
Says the Bible.
No, the Bible doesn't say, hey, you need to clean and wash the dishes just because you're a female.
I think no. I don't want to put the wrong thing out there. No. I'm not one of them men that you the woman and you do everything. You my dog, because you're not a slave. You're not a dog. You're not a pet. And even though we might come across like that sometimes, that I would never intentionally. I hate scumbags that have that mindset of treating the woman like a dog on purpose because you're a woman. But with all that said, my dad was a worker. He out there and provided my mom, his dinner, his clothes. I too was a kid like, man, mom, why you always answering to dad all the time and stuff? Don't you know what I mean? Like, why do you seem like he the boss? But it's just how we grew up. But it wasn't that my mom was answering all the time to him. I mean, maybe she, a lot of ways she was, but I grew up. I'm pretty balanced with that. Well, I like to feel like, yes, it's roles that a woman should play. It's roles that a man should play. But as far as anybody being slave to each other, or men need to just do this, or women just do that, I'm kind of not like everybody else. I feel like each is own to whatever relationship and agreement that the mates both have with each other.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think who could point at anybody's relationship, and say, hey, that ain't how you supposed to. But I do agree with you, though. I can't lie. I do know that can't stay in you. But again, that don't mean it's healthy, Mighty Too Hottie, because you picked up these traits and don't want to be like do what your mom did. That don't mean that's healthy for you. And this is my point. Just because we do something, And just because society encourage, how much of other things does society encourage, and it's just the worst thing in history for? It's one of them things. So if you going out of town and you feel like it's no common denominator, no solid ground on agreeing, I think you just have to
Stay.
no. I think you just have to work it and grind it until you come up with something.
Right, but let's say time is ticking.
No, bro,
and you still don't agree. What should that person do?
It depends. I think if you want a problem with the relationship, go. If you don't want no problem, stay.
Hey, at least I have pictures of Hawaii.
This is great point. But this is why I feel like being in a relationship or even married, where a person has to really look in themselves before they make these life changing decisions, because your mate.
Why is every decision a life changing decision though? This is just a trip to Hawaii. Let me tell you. You know, so now there's decisions like I'm moving out of town and I don't care if you go with me or not. Now that's, but we're talking about certain decisions like going out with your friends or, whatever the case.
Right. Well, I was just speaking to that, it just, when I said life changing, I guess I am using that word a lot. But I mean, like I think the ultimate, to answer your question, a person should stay. If you haven't came to a comment, Team Cash, if you agree with me, hashtag Team Us, if you agree with your boy Kris Ka. Yes, I think if you haven't came to agreement on what you should do in the case if you a friend offers you to go out of town and you want to go or not, and you and your mate haven't came on, I think just to save problems. And wait, not to save problems. And on top of that, it's supposed to be you and your spouse over everything.
Right.
So even if you really in your soul don't, it goes down to I never want to hurt my wife intentionally.
Right.
Just because now I could feel like 100% I'm right, which I have a lot of times.
See, like you don't want to hurt your spouse intentionally, but by going, but then you don't want to hurt yourself intentionally by not going either.
Well, see, but the thing is, your spouse, your mate.
So you just want that person to stay to make the other person happy, but sacrifice her happiness?
Well,
isn't that selfish too?
No, it's not. It is. It depends how you look at it. No, I'm not studying. I'm trying to get my mind right. If you let me, all right. Now, what I'm saying then, Miss Madi Tahadi, is the fact of the matter. It depends. You know what I mean? Like, if the whole relationship going like that, and you never, you know what I'm saying, and you want to get out, I see it, but I get it. I do get that, but it's still how you know, because you still have emotions, you still have feelings. Unless you go into a part of the relationship where your feelings going out the window, well, of course, then.
Well, yeah, that's a
but but if your feelings still tied in there, it's a feeling thing, and then I don't think you should look at it what's right and what's wrong. I think you should look at it with a better of your family and your relationship to keep the peace.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna take
there's no harm in you going by yourself.
I'm gonna answer. When you get in a relationship, you sacrifice something. Remember when I say that?
And I'm pretty sure by this time, like, you sacrifice, others.
What's in Hawaii? You really gonna get to Hawaui? What's in Hawaii? They be teaching. With them little dances.
No, it's just an example, because I see a lot of people giving up their dreams or their wants because their spouse doesn't agree with it. So it's just an example.
I agree.
Yeah, it should be a limit. Like I said, no, every Saturday night you want to go out with your friends. Now to me it's a little bit too much every week. But you do need that time now because you have a family. If you don't have a family, you can't spend your time every day, every second with your spouse. You can't. And if you do, God bless you, but
what you mean by that? What you mean by that?
You just can't. And I think when you go out with people, that's where confidence has to come in. Your spouse has to have confidence in you, or your boyfriend has to have confidence in you, and you have to have confidence in yourself. Because if you know that you're gonna go out there and you're not gonna and you're gonna do something that's not respectful to them, then obviously, no, you don't.
If you agree with Mighty Too Hottie, make sure you hashtag Team Me. Let her know that you are definitely feeling her and you on her side. And again, if you agree with your boy Kris Ka, you hashtag Team Us. Whatever you guys may be facing out there that's listening to debate wars right now, just know that if try to seek understanding, because understanding will put the fire out. It's like the water. Like once you get the understanding on anything, it becomes less scary, less problematic. So it's very important. But again, should there be a limit? I would say yes. There should be a limit on independency in the relationship. If, what I'm saying, to sum it all up, I think yes. My boy Kris Ka would say yes. There should be a limit because you in a relationship, and I know we used the example of going on vacation or going out, but let's talk it on a topic of just simple you know like you said, you grew up with seeing your mom, serving your father, and it made you feel like, wait, what about you? But how much of that was just you feeling that way? Maybe you a different breed, and you just
I knew
it was just you
me.
feeling that way. But
my mom loved it. She loved it. Like I would tell her, well, why can't he get up? And no, she loved catering to him. And that was me growing up feeling like that, and that's why I vowed to myself that I would not be like that.
Help!
So
Help!
So whoever married me, they were already doomed from the beginning because because I'm not gonna cater 110%. Okay, I'm gonna cater to you, but I'm not gonna give myself up. Is what I'm saying. Respectfully. I'm gonna cater to you. I'm gonna serve your plate nice and neat. But if you want seconds, you better get your butt up.
You gonna offer me seconds? You offer the kids seconds. I mean, I know you look at me as the big kid, but y'all get seconds. Can I get a little bit more? Can I get the big juice?
If it's Christmas and Thanksgiving, I'll give you seconds. But if it's a daily day, no, you get up and get your seconds.
Damn.
And come on, hashtag this me. I know I sound selfish. I'm really not. I'm really not. But I just want to express to people, like, don't lose yourself, even if you're in a relationship. Is what I'm trying to get across. And don't do it in a selfish way either, because you are ultimately in a relationship to build together, to grow together. But my point is, if you grow alone, like if you grow within, then you'll help the relationship even more. So hashtag Team Me.
You do anything with the perfect balance, anything with the perfect understanding. Like you say, it's like, even if, like, to go with what you were saying, even if you get to a point you making it, and we can come to common ground, and your take was, okay, it's no common ground, then I'm going with self. I was born by myself, damn it, and I'm gonna die by myself. And I get that, So I'm just saying this: if it's done respectfully, and it's not hurting no one, and it's not out of vengeance, and it's just that person don't want it for whatever reason, I won't hold that against
you. Do you want your spouse to babysit your feelings too?
Damn. I want my mate and spouse to care about my feelings. Not babysit my feelings, but at least care, taking in consideration, and that's all you can ask for.
Okay, let's say, okay, I understand you, Cash. I understand your point of view, but hey, I still want to go. And I'm not trying to babysit your feelings. Like, you the one feeling mushy over there.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know.
That's a low blow, baby.
I don't know, man. I know I'm not gonna see a lot of hashtags this me, but hey, I stand on my ground, and my foundation is strong, man.
I say society is more on your side, because society, especially in this whole women empowerment, is don't let nobody run you over. Don't let no man run you over. And I definitely agree with the women, movement. I definitely, but there's a limit to that also. Damn, what about us men? Now, but no, you don't babysit the feelings. I don't know what that meant, what you meant by that anyway. No, you don't babysit. You care. You show you care. You know what I'm saying, for the feelings. And you know what? If you want to go on a damn trip, go on a damn trip, Marty. All right? You want to go on a damn trip? You don't have to. Just go.
It's not about the trip. It's about what that person wants.
Nah.
I just wanna. I don't want people to lose themselves. Because like recently, a girl told me like, hey, I don't wear dresses because my husband doesn't let me wear dresses, and that just really stuck with me. Like, I don't understand that mindset. God does tell you to respect your spouse, put him first. And you do that. But I mean, if you're not disrespecting him by wearing a dress, why would you just not wear a dress? Because that person feels insecure about themselves. Why should it transpire to you? Like that mindset, I don't understand. And that's where I'm coming from.
So you feel, not to cut you off. So you feel in that instant, the lady the woman you're talking about, she'll say, hey, this bit I throw in the towel and my independence coming.
Yes,
I'm a woman. I'm not a slave.
Yeah.
No, I'm wearing me pants because that's my human right.
Right. That's right. Like, you stand on your ground. You want to wear the dress, you wear the dress.
No matter how bad your insecurities are, they shouldn't bleed out.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Man. And like I said, we all guilty of it. I know I'm not no freaking angel over here, and you probably saying you damn right, Cash. You not. You want me to get started? Nah, calm down, baby. We come with an understanding, come talking it out, and things will be fine. Yeah. I really think so. Yeah. I think it should be a limit, but no slave.
No.
Okay,
no.
You're not a slave. You don't got no chain around your neck. And if you go back to the
not a servant.
If you're not a servant, and if you want to go to Hawaii as the ultimate, let me just say this: it is ultimate. Your up to you.
Your decision. But I want to make sure that decisions aren't perceived as selfish decisions. In that point, that's what I'm trying to protect. I don't want that other spouse to feel like you selfishly made a decision. I want them to understand I self-efficiently. I don't know if that's a word, but hey, it sounds good.
You're doing what Cash do all the time. I make up words and make it right.
Yeah, so that that's what I want to express. Like, I don't want to selfishly make this. I don't want that person to think that you're making decisions selfishly. I just want them to know that you're standing on your ground and you're moving on because you believe that you deserve that trip or whatever the case may be, and you're not gonna give that up because you don't give it up. If you guys want us to discuss anything else, let us know, because I know it's a good perspective from. We have two different perspectives here, because it's a wife and a husband, but then it's also a male and a female perspective. So you're getting two of both. So any other topics that you guys may want to hear what we really think, then let us know. And again, I'm not selfish, okay? I just believe in self-love, okay? So
she believes in self-love. I believe in self-love with a limit. That's all. With a limit, with a period. Again, cbm.streets. With an S at the end of streets at gmail.com. Send in your requests, any topics you have, like Marty Tahadi said, any topics, any great ideas for the podcast you want, anything you want me and Marty Tahadi to break down, discuss, and debate on. We'll be happy to do it. Definitely tackle next debate wars podcast is it okay for your mate to have women as friends or men as friends, and why? We're going to debate that next debate wars. That should be good and juicy, y'all. I already know everybody going to ride with your boy Kris Ka, and I see your face right now, Marty Tyler. You ready to go right now, huh?
Yeah.
All right. But guys, again, I'm Kris Ka, a.k.a. I'm Elgin.
And this is Marty Tahadi. Check me out on Instagram at It's Me. It's THISM33.
No doubt. And you have been listening to Debate War.